Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to use Docker Compose to set up a dev environment. To get started, just clone my repository. Now, you can clone my repository by copy this or copy this URL. Go to your preferred directory and git clone path, and I have cloned the, the project in the Docker Laravel. So let's get started. So to set up the Docker Compose for dev environment for Laravel, you should create a directory. In this, I create the Docker directory. In the Docker directory, I have created a Docker file for Nginx. In the Docker file, I just run update, install, and copy the config to the Docker container. This is the config of Nginx. So, you guys can read this in my GitHub. In this video, I just introduce how to set up and how this thing works. So, we have not this info. This is the Laravel app and the port of XP-FPM. In the Docker Compose, you will see this name in here. Laravel app. Yes. This is the XP-FPM. And here is the service Nginx. It's using for 8000. In the depend on, it means the Nginx service will start after the Laravel app service start. So Nginx will start after the Laravel app. And another thing is MySQL service. Here is using MySQL 5.7 for using 3306 and the volume. You can map to the other directory if you want. So you need to set up the root password. Here is the root password and the default database. This is view in the Laravel app. Okay. Now we have all this thing done. And so I need to note about the BXP. The BXP version I'm using is 7.4 FPM Alpine, and install the dependency for the Laravel. If you use Reddit, you can install the Reddit in here. And if you use MongoDB, you can install MongoDB in here. And the other extension for MySQL, that's a MySQL LI PDO. Here is the main project Laravel. It will contain all the Laravel code. We have app, and this is just the demo project to do API. Now let's start it. First thing you need to run Docker compose view. Operation not permitted. Docker compose.yaml. So I need to change permission. So if after you clone my project from the Git, you need to change permission of the directory. So I have changed the permission of the directory. So now I just run docker compose build, and it will download the PHP-FPM image and Mysql or all the thing I need for my project. The first time it run docker compose build, it will take a little bit longer. So it's done. And now all the asset have down from the internet. Next command you gonna run is docker compose up d, and you can see it's created container and run it. Now docker yes, it will see all the container running. We have Nginx, Laravel, and Mysql. And now you can go to the browser and just hit localhost. $8,000. So we have an error because in project in the GitHub not have the vendor. So now you need to install the dependency of the Laravel. Let's take a look at Laravel app container ID. You need go into the container, run composer install, and the command to execute that action is execute it, and the container ID of the Laravel app bin I think change to SS. Okay. Let's remember this command docker execute it and the container ID /bin/sh here. So now inside the container of Laravel app you have all this thing. So let's run composer. install. So someone can, I think someone will asking where Composer is installed in this container. Let's take a look at PHP. I have installed the Composer inside the Docker file of PHP. Here is the command install the Composer inside PHP container. Here. And just wait about 1 minute to install the Laravel dependency. Now you can see we have vendor directory. And another thing you need to notice is volume of the Laravel app. Here is directory is will map into inside the container of the Laravel app. So if you change the code in the real machine, it will send the changing into the Docker container. So it will affect immediately. It takes a bit longer time to generate optimize notify. Done. And now you have vendor. So go to the browser and hit refresh. So the our application show the internal error. So let's go back to our project to check what missing. So we don't have the A and B. So we need to run cp and B. You can copy here. Let's create a .env file. Now copy on this to .env. And let's take a look at this env file. Our Laravel application needs to connect to Mysql. So in the Docker console, we have set up a Mysql service. Let's copy it. Env connection Mysql. your host will equal to the service name MySQL and the root password. Here's the root password. Root password. Database we have to do. Database have to do. Port. Here, port. Okay. And now we can go to the browser and refresh the page. No encryption key has been supplied. Okay. Let's run the command. We need to run this command inside the container. Okay. Refresh again. Done. Okay. We have set up the Laravel development environment inside using the Docker Compose and connect to the MySQL. And I don't think it's it's the plain Laravel app. So if you test the volume you have created to send file from real machine to container, you can die in the public to see if it affect immediately. Die. A. Go to the browser. You can see it affect immediately. And you can see I am inside the container. Now if you want to exit the container to real machine, you can use the command exit. Here see, now I'm in the real local machine. Done. In the real local machine, we don't install PHP, but inside the container of PHP-FPM, we have PHP and Composer. Okay, done. It worked. Okay. Thank you for watching my video. The GitHub repository I have put it in the description. You can clone the GitHub in my description. Thank you for watching. And the next video I will introduce how to install Xdebug using Docker Compose. Thank you.